Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello everyone, I'm Mike.
Hi, I'm Rainbow.
And here we are with part B, or day 2 of fruit, and more fruit. That's right, Amber and Cody are still shopping for fruit at their local market. We will be joining them in just a moment. Yesterday, we talked about some of our favorite fruits.
Apples.
You love apples. That's right. Taiwan, of course, has some wonderful fruit. I love the pineapple here in Taiwan.
Very sweet.
It's very sweet and very juicy. I've never had better pineapples than the ones from Taiwan, but there are fruits out there, maybe not from Taiwan, but there are, of course, types of fruit out there that some people maybe don't like so much. Are there fruits that you find that some of your friends or people love and you're just kind of like, I don't really like it much?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So I've got this story. My mom loves this fruit. And the other people in our family didn't like the smell of it.
Okay.
So when she bought it, we made her put it in the freezer where it didn't smell.
I see.
Can you guess the fruit?
Well, was it the famous smelly fruit from sort of Southeast Asia? Was it durian?
Totally.
Liolian?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think that's normal. I mean, I think in Singapore you can't take it on a bus.
Yeah.
Or fly on an airplane
Public
with
offense.
it. It's very, very stinky.
Yeah.
But do you like it when you eat it? Because some people say the smell is bad, but the taste is okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it.
You do?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not bad.
All right.
If it's frozen,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a little treat,
I see.
but not in big amounts.
Okay, okay. But a lot of people don't like durian,
Yeah.
right? It's not super popular.
Yeah.
Are there popular fruits that you find that for you, you don't really get excited about them?
Maybe the kiwi is a bit too sour for me.
Interesting. There's green kiwis and yellow or
Yellow
golden
is a
kiwis.
little bit better.
Those are a bit sweeter.
But green, I'm not that big of a fan of, I think.
Okay,
It's
interesting.
too strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people would definitely say that. For me, I might say lychee.
Okay.
Or lychees. Yeah, those are very popular. Sometimes my wife brings them home. She's like, oh, I got light. I'm like, yeah, okay, well, you have them. I'm not a huge fan. They're okay, but yeah, 1 or 2, I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what fruit we'll be getting today at the market with Amber and Cody in Fruit, and more fruit. Amber and Cody are eating some fruit.
The pineapples here aren't like the ones from home. They taste really good.
I agree. I love the guavas here too. I can't get them in my hometown.
I never see any mangoes or papayas when I go back.
All right, so what are you doing today with fruit, and more fruit?
Ooh, I think we're just eating different types of fruits today.
Oh.
Maybe they're new fruits or interesting fruits or weird fruits. Is that what we're doing with Amber and Cody?
I don't know. What does it say?
Amber and Cody are eating some fruit.
There you go. So I guess they are back home now. I mean, you could eat fruit in the market and then just buy more fruit, but most people will buy it, bring it home, wash it, and then enjoy it at home. And Cody begins the dialogue. He says, the pineapples here aren't like the ones from home. They taste really good. Okay.
That's what you said too.
I guess he's saying that the pineapples from home, wherever that is, aren't as good as the pineapples from here in Taiwan. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. When we use this verb taste, we're talking about enjoying something with our mouth and our tongue. We're putting food in and we're having our mouth and our tongue and of course our brain tell us what it tastes like, what we are sensing, what is the information that the food is giving us in our brain. Of course, when you put anything in your mouth, you will taste it, but you would probably like it to taste good and not to taste bad.
Definitely.
Now, there might be other times when, for example, if you have a cold, Or I remember when I had COVID,
Oh, you cannot taste
I couldn't taste anything.
For how long?
For about 5 or 6 days.
That's terrible.
It was not fun.
It feels awful.
Yeah, so taste is basically a lot of things, but it always has to do with your mouth, your tongue, and sensing the food or drink or whatever is in your mouth. And of course, that is just to taste something. And then you can talk about how good or bad it tastes. Of course, you love your favorite foods because to you and your brain, they taste great. They taste delicious. That's another good word to talk about something that tastes really good.
Yummy. Amber says, I agree. I love the guavas here too.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get them in my hometown. Yeah, guavas are one of my favorites of Taiwan as well. So I guess they are not from a tropical country. So they both agree with each other, and that means I think you are right. I share your opinion. I'm on the same page as you. So these are 3 ways of saying I agree. The opposite of that would be disagree, which means I do not think what you're saying is true for me. Agreeing, this is also true for me. So they both agreed that the fruits here, at least the ones that they've tried, the pineapple and the guava, are better than how they tasted back in their hometown.
Yes, and their hometown is the place that they come from originally.
Somewhere else.
Or maybe the place that they spent a lot of time when they were young, growing up as children. So your hometown is basically where you're from. Now, as your life goes on, you can travel and you can move places for work or for school, or maybe because your family moves there. But your hometown is that place where you were probably born and maybe spent the early years or maybe most of your life, but then you've gone somewhere else. So if you meet any foreigner in Taiwan, maybe they were born in Taiwan, but more likely they moved here to study or to work or something. So you can ask them, what is your hometown? It's like saying, what city do you come from? Or something very similar. Back to Cody, he says, I never see any mangoes or papayas when I go back. As you
those
said,
are tropical.
They're probably not from a hot country. Their hometowns are in colder northern countries, maybe in North America or Europe, for example. You might be able to find guavas, mangoes, or papayas in Canada or Britain or France or somewhere, but they would be very expensive and they would come from another part of the world. So quite unusual to find them. So that is definitely one of the nice things about Taiwan. People from colder parts of the world can come here and all the fruits we read about or, see on TV shows that you can't buy, they have many of them here. So it's very interesting and delicious to try them. All right, we'll take a break and then we will be back.
Those fruits are good, but really sweet. So I can't eat too many of them.
I can't either. However, I miss the grapes and lemons from home.
Yeah, the red grapes here are really sour.
And the green grapes can be expensive.
Yeah, so I don't get them.
All right, so Cody and Amber are in the middle of their conversation about their favorite fruits from Taiwan, and they were saying, and this is true, things like guava, mango, papaya, which they grow here in Taiwan and which are not too expensive, are very expensive, or just you can't find them in other cold countries like where Cody and Amber come from. So they really love those kinds of fruit.
Yes, Amber says those fruits are good, but really sweet.
Ooh, that's true.
So I can't eat too many of them. Me neither.
Our guavas aren't maybe as sweet
They're
as
not that
mangoes.
sweet. Mangoes are sweeter.
Mangoes and
for
papayas
sure.
and pineapple.
Bananas are also very sweet.
That's true. They are. So you have to be careful. A lot of sugar in those sweet fruits.
Exactly. And that word sweet is directly related to sugar. When something has a lot of sugar, it is considered very sweet. Now, we can have artificial sugar, which is like man-made, like white sugar, cane sugar, or natural sugar, maybe that's more just from the regular food like fruits. So we don't have any added sugar. Of course, there are many different types of sugar that can make something sweet, but we have to be careful because if we eat too many sweet things, we are going to get cavities.
Very true. And of course, things made with sugar, but also other sweet things would include honey, maple syrup, stuff like that too. So if it's a lot of that kind of feeling of sugar, you can describe it as sweet. And you're right, some people like things more sweeter than other people.
Totally.
Right?
They have a sweet tooth. That's what you call that.
That is definitely, you're a big fan of sweet things like chocolate. Okay, Cody, he agrees. He says, I can't either. I like those mangoes, those papayas, those sweet fruit. But like Amber, he says, I can't eat them all the time. I can't eat them too much, too sweet. However, he says, I miss the grapes and lemons from home.
They are much sweeter, not as sour. I remember that.
Interesting. And of course, grapes, especially grapes, they don't really grow them here in Taiwan. So you will have to pay more for them because they're brought from other countries. And yeah, the local ones might taste a little different too.
Amber says, yeah, the red grapes here are really sour.
Interesting. Okay, so not as sweet as the ones in other parts of the world. When you miss something this way, we're using this as a verb, and it's not talking about missing your bus or something like that. If I throw something at you and you don't catch it, you would miss it and it would fall to the ground. But no, here we're talking about your feelings. When you miss something, that means you're sad because you don't have it around you. It's not available to you, and you're thinking about it. Yeah,
or a person.
Right, yeah. So you can miss people, you can miss certain things, you can miss a time in your life that was very happy and felt very wonderful. You might say, I miss being a kid when all I had to do was my homework and I didn't have to worry about working or taxes or paying for my bills or things like that. And of course, yeah, when your friends go away, you might miss them if they move to another country or something like that. They're not there, and it makes you have a sad feeling in your mind and in your heart.
And we also have the adjective sour. So these are one of the other flavors. Sweet was sugar, sour, think about lemons. Eee. You know that feeling when you put it in your mouth and you make a face like, that's the sour feeling. And there are people who really love that sour taste, especially in candies. And I am not really a big fan of sour. How about you?
I like some sour things. A mix of sour and sweet is kind of nice.
Oh, sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, things like that, or lemonade, right? Which is not just lemon juice. You add sugar to it. That can be a nice thing. But I don't think many people like biting into a lemon. That's probably too sour for most people. And of course, something else that you would know, vinegar can also be very, very sour. And it will give you the same feeling. All right, so back to the dialogue. Cody, they're talking about some of their other fruits. Fruits they might miss because they're not so easy to get here. He says, and the green grapes can be expensive.
They are.
The green grapes in Taiwan can be expensive. A lot of those do come from California or places like that. So they have to travel a long way to get here to our stores. So of course they cost more money.
Amber says, yeah, so I don't get them.
Okay.
I get them.
Yep, absolutely. Some people, not just because of the money, they worry about the pollution and the greenhouse gases that are produced by flying these fruits around the world, and they think it's better for the environment. and it's cheaper to buy local fruit. But then, of course, you'd miss out on some of your favorites, maybe. All right, guys, that's all the time we have. I think we're going to go off and enjoy a nice fruit salad.
I want to get some fruits now.
And we'll be back tomorrow with the third and final dialogue in our look at fruit, fruit, and more. Yep, fruit.
Bye.
Amber and Cody are eating some fruit.
The pineapples here aren't like the ones from home. They taste really good.
I agree. I love the guavas here too. I can't get them in my hometown.
I never see any mangoes or papayas when I go back.
Those fruits are good, but really sweet. So I can't eat too many of them.
I can't either. However, I miss the grapes and lemons from home.
Yeah, the red grapes here are really sour.
And the green grapes can be expensive.
Yeah, so I don't get them.
Hello, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 taste， 动词尝起来。The steak tastes delicious. 这份牛排很好吃。下一个单字 agree， 动词同意赞成。We all agree that teamwork is important. 我们一致同意团队合作很重要。Teamwork 指的是团队合作。下一个单字 sweet， 形容词甜的。The cake is too sweet. 这个蛋糕太甜了。最后一个单字 miss， 动词想念。Julie misses her sister very much. Julie 非常想念她的姐姐。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 from home， 来自家乡。Home在这里是一个不可数名词，意思是故乡、家乡。我们来看看这个例句。Maya made some dishes from home. Maya 做了一些来自家乡的料理。下一个文法 go back， 返家、返回。它的后面可以加上 to， 再接地点。Go 的三态是 go, went, gone。我们来看看这个例句。Vincent went back to Japan last week.Vincent 上周回日本了。最后一个文法 Somebody can't either， 某人也无法。这是一个否定复合句的用法。Either 的意思是也不，是一个副词，放在句尾。我们来看看这个对话。Larry can't swim. Larry 不会游泳。His brother can't either. 他的弟弟也不会。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见。拜拜。
Hey, it's Kiwi on the street.
Winnie, you're looking at the wrong camera.
Oh, sorry, I'm vlogging right now.
Vlogging? Like video logging?
Yes, exactly. I want to remember these memories forever.
Oh, okay. Well, today we are going to work on some portmanteaus, which are two words created into one. Let's go.
Let's go. Bye-bye. It's time for some portmanteaus. Okay, what are the two words that make up hangry?
Hungry and angry. Hungry and angry. Angry and hungry. Hungry and angry. Hungry and angry.
Very
okay,
good.
job.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now. Okay, spork.
Fork and spoon. Spoon and fork. Spoon. Fork. Spoon and fork.
You eat stuff with this thing, this tool.
Spoon and fork.
Very good. So what have we learned today?
We learned some portmanteaus today, which are words combined together to make one new word. So let's take a look at what we learned. Our first word is hangry, which is hungry plus angry. Okay, so an example sentence would be, don't talk to Winnie when she's hangry, or else she'll yell at you. Our next word is spork, which is basically a spoon and a fork put together to make a new utensil. An example sentence would be, I like to bring my spork when I go camping because it's convenient. All right, that's all the portmanteaus today. Kiwi later.